Hello and welcome to Wednesday afternoon's Kitchen Table Talk. It's good to be back again with you. It's Alison Sound here from Melksham Team Ministry. It's been a busy day, so I'm a bit late getting here, which means you'll be a bit late getting this, so sorry about that. But we have been putting out boards around our Christmas tree trail, and we have been seeing the light opening up into the darkness of the cold winter nights. As we were journeying round, I found myself chatting with quite a few people, and one of the conversations I had was with someone talking about how sometimes it's difficult to be able to speak your truth, to be able to get out there what's in your heart. And that really made me think. For so many of us, we dash around and we're busy and we have quite a life inside our heads. There's often lots of thoughts going on. For some of us, there might be real emotions in our hearts that are full and difficult to deal with, especially at a time like we're in. There are still people who are finding it really anxiety making, the time of being stuck inside, of not being able to invite others into your home, a time where meeting up over a cup of coffee or in a pub for a meal is not allowed when we're now in tier 2. These are really difficult changes for everyone. Some people are really resilient and cope well with change. For other people, it's a much greater struggle. But for all of us, the importance of being able to share how we are feeling, to be able to express what's in our hearts and in our minds, is more important now than ever. As I was thinking about that, I was reminded of a passage in Mark's Gospel. It's a bit of a grim passage in some ways. Jesus was travelling and he had come to the place of the 10 cities, and he was asked to heal a man who could barely hear or speak. The people who had brought this man just asked Jesus to touch him. He took him to one side and he put his fingers in his ears, and he had his own spit which he'd put on the man's tongue. Now these are really physical acts, much more than Jesus has done in many of his healings, when it's simply a word spoken or an intention and someone is healed. This is a real physical connection to this man. And when he touches, he utters a word which means open up. And the man can hear and the man can speak. And the really interesting part is that he tells everyone around him not to share that good news. He's healed this man. He's done this amazing thing. And he says, shh, don't tell anyone. And everyone goes everywhere and talks about it. So I think maybe the good news we should tell everyone, don't tell anyone about the good news of Jesus. It might spread like wildfire then. We might truly be able to speak our truth. How do you open up? How do you have the courage of connection with those around you? Many things in life close us down. Our thought processes, our speech, our hearts. We can become hardened, we can become frightened, we can doubt our own ability. All of those things prevent us from being who we are. And it can be very, very difficult. Jesus came so that we might have life in abundance. That life in abundance includes the relationship with him, the relationship with God, and the dynamic energy of the Holy Spirit that just bubbles within us, and when we allow it, frees us to speak our truth, to say what's in our hearts, and to be free in the freedom of knowing that we are loved. It's always easy to say, it's never so easy to do. But if you're feeling like you just need to let that freedom flow from heart to head to mouth, if you're feeling like you have something to say about the important things of life, then now is the time to say it. Now is the time to have courage. Maybe it's write a little note, a card to somebody, sending a message of something that's really been on your heart. Maybe it's about lifting up the phone and making a call, or sending an email or a text message. Whatever it is that's on your heart, have the courage to speak it, the love to share. And I don't mean it's about dragging up all sorts of things that have been on your mind forever and ever and you want to just get them off your chest. But maybe I do, but not in a harsh, hard way, but in a recognising what's going on for you, exploring how you're feeling, praying about it maybe, journaling if you're not given to prayer, write it down, share your truth, maybe start with yourself and then share your truth with others. Jesus freed that man by saying, open up. When we are open in our hearts, our minds, our mouths, then the world changes. Whether it's about Brexit negotiations or political decision making, or church trying to decide which way we move forward in this new era of difference and change. However we communicate with each other, when we are open, when we are honest, when we speak our truth, then every voice is heard and the picture is different, richer, fuller. It's not just the loud people, not just the really clever people, but everybody with something to say, sharing to create that wonderful picture that is our world. And then when we do that, we maybe get the world that each and every one of us would deserve and want to live in. So open up. Take care and God bless. See you on Sunday.